clicking on this video, you may think that I'm backing down from my original opinions on the Mannii Show. Like, this response was so great and life-changing that it persuaded me to change my mind about the whole situation. But sadly, you'd be wrong. Even though the overall consensus on the Mannii Show has changed overnight, I'm here to tell you that this response has left me with way more questions than answers. Even with the new comments on my video pretty much calling me a cloud chaser or stupid for making a video on the situation in the first place, I'm steadfast with my original thoughts. And I wanted to look at this response video and rest my case on why I think he was lying to save his own reputation. Even though he says in the video that he takes full responsibility, in that same video, he puts the blame on this mysterious agency that he hired and never said the name of that said agency. Which is just one of the many reasons why I think the Mannii Show could be lying. But I'm getting way too far ahead of myself. I have to backtrack just a little bit because in the original video, I actually missed another creator who the Mannii Show tried to strike down. You guys let me know in the comments that a channel named Coco Crazy was almost struck by the Mannii Show, with her video titled The Disgusting Side of the Mannii Show. But thankfully, she'd posted another video explaining that YouTube finally stepped in and did their job by informing her that the video would not be struck or taken down.
He would notice my channel. I mean, he has 12 million subs and is 23 years old. I'm a minor, 16 with 20,000 subs. Surely he wouldn't do that to me, but he did. I received an email that the Mannii Show, yes, his full name was on it, which I won't show out of the respect for his privacy, but yeah, that he had reported me. But luckily, the stars were aligned and my video was not taken down because, surprise, surprise, it was not doing anything wrong. It was not stealing his content, I credited him, I mean, his name was on the title, but I'm not the only victim, in fact, I'm like the 5th.
Really sorry I missed that, but thank you all for letting me know that I actually did miss it. This was now 3 channels in total which the Mannii Show tried to strike. Dumby's channel and Coco Crazy's channel were notified by YouTube for this potential strike on July 1st. This will be important when we get into the Mannii Show's response video. This whole situation was pretty crazy. I wasn't even sure if he'd actually respond, but it seemed like the video from Charlie actually caused him to make his own response video. This response video was just okay, to be honest. He did apologize, but a lot of the context was missing and more than likely will never be shown. In the beginning, he tries to blame this entire situation on an agency that he hired to overlook his TikTok and YouTube accounts while he was at VidCon, and how it was his fault for hiring this agency. He tries to make it seem like he's taking full accountability, but just for me to yap a little bit, if I was apologizing for something I did, I would not start my response off with, I went to VidCon to enjoy myself and I hired a terrible agency to keep track of my channels while I was away. But while I was away, the agency then started striking channels, but also it was all my fault. I think I would have rephrased that just a little bit better. It may seem a little nitpicky, but if you're truly trying to give that vibe that you are incredibly sorry, wouldn't you start off by saying something like, first, I'd like to apologize for the strikes, and before I get into the situation, I wanted to say that I'm sorry, and I am taking full accountability, because I hired an agency that then went rogue and started striking channels without my permission. This would show that he was actually taking accountability first and explaining the situation second. And also by putting in the video that he was trying to enjoy himself at his first VidCon, it seemed like he was trying to get sympathy from the people that were actually making videos on him. But let's take a look at the beginning part of this explanation just to see what he's even talking about.
TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. Now, I never really made a video where I speak directly to you, so this actually feels kind of weird, but I want to set the record straight about what has happened since I returned from my very first VidCon last week. So, being a content creator, it's a full-time job, and it's a ton of work. And my team is literally just me and my friend. So ahead of VidCon, I hired an agent to help me manage my monetization sharing, and they went beyond by filing a copyright claim on Nguyen's video and flagging some others.
I'd gotten warnings that the Mannii Show was copyright striking videos criticizing him, but I didn't think he would notice my channel. Surely he wouldn't do that to me. But he did. I received an email that the Mannii Show, but yeah, that he had reported.
And one of my videos had a copyright takedown, which is very new to my channel. The video in question that was taken down is why everyone hates the Mannii Show.
Yeah, I'm the genius who hired them, but never with the intention to suppress any content or take down accounts. Like me, as someone who has been censored by TikTok multiple times, I am firmly against censorship. So as soon as we learned what had happened, we immediately contacted Nguyen to see the video, found no issue with the video, and contacted YouTube to reinstate the video and make things right with Nguyen. I immediately fired the agent. I also contacted YouTube to remove any claims against any other videos that may have been caught up in this.
Now, I cannot tell you how stupid this excuse is. Not only did Coco Crazy and Dumpy's strikes come in after VidCon and supposedly after he fired his agency, but he also tries to make it seem like he had no involvement with these strikes, even though multiple YouTubers showed that it was his name and email that was attached to these strikes. But the fans of The Mannii Show ate this apology up, making it seem like The Mannii Show did absolutely nothing wrong. And after this apology dropped, all The Mannii Show stans went into my comments and said things like, oh yeah, you're really silly for making this video. Oh yeah, he just responded. He didn't do anything wrong. It was all this agency, with no actual evidence that it was from this agency. Anyways, there's a few reasons why I specifically think he was lying. One, we know for sure that the strikes had his personal email attached to them, and I'm sure that if someone who he hired struck a channel, it would show up in his email, especially because, again, the email is linked to the strike. I know that he was at VidCon, but there had to be some point in the day where he was looking at his emails or on his YouTube dashboard. As a content creator myself, even if I'm away having fun, I do still look at my YouTube studio once or twice a day, and I look at my emails. There's no way that I can believe a creator who has over 30 million total subscribers and followers would just act like his channel didn't exist for 2 or 3 days. Even if I hired a manager, I would still take the time to look at my own analytics just to make sure that everything's looking good. Number 2, the strikes were done on multiple different days. Nguyen's on the 28th when The Mannii Show was at VidCon, and Coco Crazy and Dumpy both got theirs a few days later. VidCon was from the 26th through the 29th, and Coco Crazy and Dumpy received those emails a few days later on or around July 1st. 2 days after The Mannii Show was supposedly already home, and 2 days after he supposedly fired his agency. I find it very, extremely hard to believe that an agency which deals with YouTube and TikTok content creators would go out of their way in order to strike channels which criticize The Mannii Show. I find it odd that the dozens of channels who re-upload his content weren't struck, but the channels that specifically called him out, even if it was just a few seconds, were struck. This seemed like it was done by someone who got their feelings hurt, not an agency who would lose not only a potential long-term client, but also their reputation by striking channels for absolutely no reason. The Mannii Show claims that this wasn't his doing, but his email was attached to the strike. Now, I could be absolutely wrong, but when I get claimed, I know it's kind of different, but when I do get claimed, it's an agency that is representing that creator. On YouTube, it will tell you that the agency is the one that is claiming the video. Now, I'll put it to you like this. When I made the video on David Dobrik, Superbam, that trash ass company, was the agency that claimed my video. Not David himself, but it was somebody who he hired. Another really good example of this was when Fresh and Fit had beef with another channel named Alba and Preach. Because of this beef, Fresh and Fit told their lawyer to strike their video that they made on Fresh and Fit, and the lawyer stupidly used backwards timestamps. Like, Alba and Preach described it as a lawyer striking minutes 15 to 14, and it was obviously completely wrong. And at the timestamp that they even struck, Alba and Preach weren't even showing Fresh and Fit's original content, which goes to show that the lawyer quickly rolled up the copyright strike email at Fresh and Fit's request. And the emails that Abba and Preach received were not coming from Fresh and Fit directly, but from their lawyers. But the strike from The Mannii Show actually had Manny's personal email linked with it, and his full name, and not the agency representing him, which makes the whole situation suspicious. What also makes this suspicious is that the exact timestamps where Nguyen makes fun of The Mannii Show was striked, which goes to show that it had to be because The Mannii Show got his feelings hurt. I find it hard to believe that this was going on, videos were being made, and The Mannii Show not once thought to acknowledge the situation on TikTok or YouTube. Even a simple, hey guys, there was an issue with the agency I hired. I did not mean to strike your channels. I'll have a video explaining everything when I get home, but I'll retract the strikes very soon. Community posts that took me 2 seconds to write on the script would have cleared up any confusion and told everyone that you'd make a response video. Moving on from that part of the video, The Mannii Show also goes on to say that he watched Charlie's video on him and how it made him happy to hear his voice being mentioned by Charlie, but not in this context.
Show is a bad actor.
In fact, I am a big fan of Penguins, aka Charlie, and love his work and the things that he says.
The Mannii Show acts like he's a vampire and jokes are the garlic.
After he said my name, I was actually kind of starstruck, but heartbroken at the same time because he might think I'm Brent Rivera 2.0. But am I gonna hate him and his content because he said mean things about me? No, my feelings are not hurt, and actually all the things he did say are actually kind of sort of funny.
This again leads me to believe that he only took this situation more seriously once Charlie posted his video on him, and also because he probably didn't want even more attention with creators posting Charlie's reaction to the Mannii Show striking channels. After this, the Mannii Show speaks about the haters, which is practically the people who were calling him out for his content and how people find him unfunny. He'd say something along the lines of, "I'm not stealing content, I'm remixing it. The remix button isn't a glitch on YouTube."
A fundamental misunderstanding of how YouTube Shorts and TikTok platforms are engineered. Every YouTube short video is uploaded with two options under Shorts remixing: allow video and audio remixing, or allow only audio remixing as shown in the image above. Like, this is a feature, not a bug, of the platform, and any audio that's uploaded to Shorts is easily allowed to be used by other creators to remix or recreate a brand new video. Like, every video that does use another creator's audio is linked to and listed under the original poster's audio, and it's a badge of honor for a poster's video to be used, to go viral and inspire more videos, okay? Moreover, I personally list inspired by credits to all the remakes I do to specially credit the creators who inspire me. Like, this is not copying and this is not stealing content. I mean, if it was, then singing a cover of a karaoke version of a song is stealing that song. Or making a chef's recipe is stealing that recipe. Like, think about it. If you think my comedy is cringe though, or brain rot, that's great. Like, good for you. There are plenty of other things you could watch with the swipe of a finger, and there seems to be plenty of people who do like my comedy, and good for them. Thanks, fans and subscribers. Oh, and to those hate videos, like, I absolutely respect your right to do so uncensored, so keep up the good work. And
now again, does this seem like someone who wasn't actually hurt by the criticism? Or does this sound like someone who did get his feelings hurt and is now trying to justify his content? He'd then go on to say that he likes when people crack jokes at him and how he wants the haters to do it more often. This video was only 6 minutes long, but I guess it was good enough to detract any more hate towards his channel. Unless his comments are heavily filtered, but I kinda doubt it. Actually, I wanna update the script because I'm actually recording it live. Well, not actually live, but you know. But I actually saw in his community tab that he was receiving a lot of dislikes on his newer videos. So I thought people weren't super mad at him anymore, but I guess people really do still hate him. The comment section on this video is littered with support for his channel, and how his apology was the best and most genuine apology posted onto YouTube in 2024. People started saying that they respected him and how he redeemed himself, but I hope they don't switch up again if anything else comes out about the Mannii Show. Again, say what you want about this video, and I know that this video may get a lot of hate because people feel like the Mannii Show came out with a masterclass response to the allegations, but I said what I said. And Green actually ended up responding to this response video and said that he accepted his apology and how he was just ready to move on from this whole entire situation. In the video, he'd speak about how Mannii's production partner reached out to him to speak about the situation.
Okay, no, I'm just trolling. It's good. I accept your apology, Mannii. He took full responsibility, which I applaud, of course. I forgive you, Mannii. I want this shit to be over. Just wanted to make that clear first. And I wanted to wait and give him a chance to respond first before I even made a whole nother video about this. So basically what happened on June 28th, I got a copyright strike, and a few days later, there were two other creators, Dumpy and Coco Crazy. Their videos were attempted to be striked, but they didn't end up going down because YouTube said it was fair use. Apparently, Mannii hired an agency and they kind of just went ballistic. People have been asking me if that's true or not, but if I'm being honest, I'm willing to believe Mannii. I just want to move forward from this. I want this shit to be over. I'm sure Mannii feels the same way. As long as no one else is being affected and my video is back up, that's really all that should matter.
Overall, Nguyen was finished with the drama, but I still feel like he thought the situation was a bit weird. It seems like the Mannii Show has gotten off scot-free. The people who were coming after him with pitchforks and torches are now happy with his response, and it seems like the drama, even though it could have destroyed Nguyen's channel, was finished. After this response video, the Mannii Show actually created a new section on his channel for videos calling him out. Now, please don't get this confused with the Mannii Show doing this as a joke or trying to showcase other people's videos to try to get them more views. This section, in my opinion, that is only on the Mannii Show's YouTube channel so that Mannii's fans can use their mob mentality to post hateful comments under these videos that are highlighted on his channel. I feel like this is a way for Mannii to use his fans to send hate instead of calling out these channels individually. Even my video that isn't featured got a bunch of Mannii fans who say that I'm wrong and how great of a person the Mannii Show really is, because he said 2 words: I'm sorry. I know I'm going in on this video for something so small, but I feel like people are just ignoring the fact that Nguyen's channel could have been terminated if he already had 2 strikes. I think people are also ignoring the lack of evidence from the Mannii Show, which if he turns out to be lying, it'll be even worse. But I think that's enough of me yapping for today. I know this video is going to get a lot of hate, probably from the Mannii Show people, but it was just some food for thought. And if more stuff does come out, or if he ends up showing evidence about the agency, then I'll respond again, but so far he hasn't. This is your daily reminder not to accept an apology just because someone apologized, because there could be way more information that they are withholding for their own personal gain. Also, I wanted to say that I'm not hacked. My recent community posts are to support my wife's channel. I know it may be out of nowhere, but definitely not hacked. But if you have any YouTubers you want me to check out, please leave them in the comments down below. Also, while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe to help me and the channel get to 200k subscribers before the end of the summer. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.